everybody, I'm Dr. Winters and I'm back with another video. That's right, you guys tag me in the craziest videos every single week. All these teeth crazy, braces videos, oral care crazy, transformations, all this wild stuff. And trust me, today's is even crazier than you thought. People literally ripping their entire teeth out of their mouth with an impression material, to red lipstick, to all these crazy things, to what it looks like underneath crowns, and some crazy stuff today. Trust me, you're gonna be seeing some wild stuff. And you might even learn something along the way too, like always. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, you guys tag me in this. Looks like we're doing a little impression. You said this was a cursed impression. I don't know why. Yeah, we're getting it out. It does get pretty hard sometimes whenever you take it over. We'll pause real quick. What the heck? This man just ripped out all these people's teeth in this. Is there anything else crazy from? What the heck? Oh my gosh, he's literally taking them out. I mean, that's a legit impression, and those are legit real teeth. I know because I have a whole entire container of real teeth somewhere. Trust me, it's not a weird thing. It's totally normal for dentists to hold real teeth. It really is, because we keep the teeth that we take out to give to dental students to practice on it. It's a long story. We don't have to get into it. But what the heck is going on here? But is this even possible? Can you really rip out your teeth in the impression? And the answer is yes. Because you see, what happens is if you have gum disease and bone disease, your bone will go away, right? Or imagine like a post in the ground, right? If you take out the dirt from around the post, that post can just fall over. And so if you have something hard, like an impression that goes up in there and hardens around that tooth, if you don't have enough bone supporting that tooth and they're all wiggly biggly in your mouth, if you take it out, yes, you can actually pull somebody's teeth with an impression. And I've done it before. And pretty much every dentist in the world has probably done it at some point in some time, have done this, because they've taken an impression on somebody with a really loose tooth and it just came right out. You know, in fact, sometimes if people are getting impressions done for like dentures and stuff, it's really common because they've already lost a bunch of teeth, and then you get in there and you pop some out and you're like, well, I guess we're adding an extra tooth to that denture because, well, yours just came in. Now, luckily for you, it's not very common. If you have healthy teeth, you're brushing your teeth, which I tell you guys to do all the time with something nice products, obviously, because they're the best in the world. But anyways, I tell you guys to brush your teeth for that reason. And if you brush your teeth, you take care of them. Don't worry if you get an impression, it's not going to happen. And also, luckily for you, we don't do impressions like this anymore, really. I mean, they probably do sometimes in crowns and very unique situations, but now we do digital scanning. We take little digital 3D scans of the mouth, so this actually is impossible, and it cannot happen with a digital scan. Let's go to the comments right off the gate. We got two pictures. We got the one guy's like, and that's totally true. That's the first look that I gave whenever I saw those teeth come out. And the second one is literally the person with one tooth left. It's like, hey doc, what happened to all my teeth? They're all gone now. You guys are cracking me up with these photos. We got this one of the dogs like, Rrr. We got the Pepe the Frog one over there too. So. Yeah, but seriously, don't worry too much. I know this looks crazy, and it probably is crazy. To be honest, it's probably fake. He probably put all those in like a fake denture tooth model and then took the impression and then faked it all. So don't worry about it. This is probably not going to happen to you. Probably. And you thought that was bad getting your teeth out with an impression, but what if you got your fake teeth out? What does it look like underneath? I bet you it's gonna surprise you. Take a look at this. All right, looks like we've got, ooh, they're removing some, oh my gosh. That's exactly what I'm talking about, guys, when I talk to you guys about getting crowns. A lot of people don't realize that underneath the crowns, it looks a little different, and looking at it just like that, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So if you pause right there at the beginning, this person has a 6-unit bridge. That means 6 of the teeth are all connected together. That means she got all of these teeth shaved down for the crowns. And a lot of people don't realize this. Yes, you have to literally whittle down your tooth to a nub to get a crown over the top of it, because you can't just put, I mean, actually now there are prepless veneers and things like that, which I highly recommend talking to your dentist about over the old school versions of these things. But anyways, this girl got crowns all the way across. And what people don't realize is, one, if something breaks on one of them, especially in a bridge, you got to get everything removed, the whole entire bridge removed, not just one teeth. So I very highly recommend single crowns, even though they're more expensive, because you can clean better on them. But when she removes them, and we can fast forward to when she removes them, you can see what's underneath. We've got swelling of the gum tissue. We've got a bunch of discoloration and plaque and gunk and probably decay that's been working its way up underneath there over the years. Just overall, a really nasty experience. And a lot of people don't realize that all their favorite celebrities that have veneers, crowns, and all their favorite rappers with those grills, that's what their teeth really look like underneath there. Not the prettiest sight. Now from here, what they do is they actually clean everything up. They'll get any decay that is in there, and then they'll put probably new crowns. I'm hoping they do single crowns on her, just because, you know, overall the cleaning is just so much better. She's not missing any teeth, so there's really no reason to have a bridge at all. Really, that's the only reason you would need a bridge is if you want to, you know, replace a tooth that's missing, and even then, I would much rather you get an implant. Let's see what the comments have to say. I'm not gonna lie, I can't read any of these comments because, well, they're all in in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish. So maybe somebody can tell me what one of these comments says down below. This one got 13,000 views. Hopefully it doesn't say anything bad because, you know, I can't read Spanish. But regardless, for you, the answer is just basically take care of your teeth, brush your teeth. If you don't like the shape of your teeth, then get a prepless veneer or something, or get some braces and some composite bonding or something to change the shape of your teeth, or some gum lasering. There's 100 different ways other than just shaving all your teeth off. Hope that helps. Now, we've been talking about curses already, but what if I told you this man has a curse? A curse. He had a face card so lethal that God had to curse him because he looked so good. This is what I'm talking about. Face card so lethal that I got nerfed by having crooked teeth. Oh my goodness gracious. You know, that is something that's out there. I'm assuming, you know, we have balances. It's a balancing act, you know, and if you look that good in the face card, you got the jawline, all that, you know, we gotta nerf you somehow because it's just too unfair. But if you actually pause it, this man's got, interestingly enough, a ton of crowding. He has what we call blocked out teeth. Now, normally this happens because you lose baby teeth too early. And if you lose baby teeth too early, those baby teeth will just basically kind of fall into each other and close up that space. And then the permanent teeth have nowhere else to go. And so they either go out through the front or they go out through the back. And you can actually see he got a tooth that came out all the way inside by his tongue and another teeth that's like coming out from the side. Now, Bentist, what do we do to fix this and get this man all the way to A1 proper face card and mouth card going on here? Well, he'd have to go into braces, and if he has a really severe amount, he may even have to get teeth taken out. I normally don't take teeth out in people. We use springs to open up space, and we expand, and we do everything possible. But sometimes if people have just such severe crowding, sometimes you may even have to take teeth out, and that's pretty rare coming from me. But yeah, after he gets into braces, I would open up a spring. I would try and get everything in there without taking teeth out, see what it looks like after 6 to 12 months, and see if we need to do any IPR or anything, which is the polishing between the teeth to upright the teeth. And then from there, if he looks good, then we go for it. If he doesn't, then, you know, maybe think about taking out one incisor from the lower, or maybe some premolars or something like that, and then he would be looking good. You know what I'm saying? We'd be getting him there. We'd be matching the face card with the mouth card. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the people said in the comments. I'm sure there was nothing mean in there. He said the nerf is so bad, bro. You know what? It's just not, the world's not fair, okay? You know, the world's not fair. And someone said, of course, the people who say is the face card in the room with us don't post their face. That's true. I mean, this man had the cojones to get on here and post his face. And to be honest, I thought he had a good facial shape and everything. I thought he did have a good face card. I don't know. You guys let me know. Do you think he's ugly, or do you think he look good? You know, body positivity, everybody looks good in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Someone said, the moment this dude gets braces, it's over for everyone. And you know, that's funny thing is, because we see people all the time that are just, they come in completely like unsure of themselves. They're really shy. They're just kind of like this. And then when we get done with braces, they got them straight smiles. They got a girlfriend now. They're like, you know, varsity QB all of a sudden. They're like strutting. They're like, yeah, buddy. So I'm saying, like, braces is a big deal, and it does change a lot of people's impressions of themselves and from other people. It exudes confidence in them, if you know what I'm saying. But you know what? Shout out to this guy. I'm sure he's going to be looking good one day after he gets his teeth fixed. Not that he doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying. Now, you thought crooked teeth was bad. What about red teeth? Yeah, that's right, red teeth. You know what? It'd be better to just show you than explain to you. All right, you guys told me I had to see this. Man repellent. Did I just see red teeth? Man repellent makeup? Oh my gosh, what is this? Okay, so this is apparently an actual tooth shade. So it's actually something you can put on your mouth. That's kind of wild looking. I don't know if I go with red. Kryolan official tooth enamel in red. Man, she's really just painting that on there, isn't she? It's giving torture chamber. It's giving scary. Oh my gosh, it kind of looks like she has no teeth. I'm not even gonna lie. When she smiles, it literally kind of looks like she literally is like, you know, a gummy smile, you know, or whatever. Like, it's like grandma with her dentures in. She's like, you know, I'm not gonna lie. If she's trying to repel men, you know, whatever. You know, I guess you don't need no man. You know what I mean? Personally, not a fan of the red tooth look, but you know what? She's just trying to express herself. She's trying to look different. She's shaved her eyebrows. She's got now eyebrow barbells. You know, she's lifting. She's trying to get some eyebrow gains in there. You know, I see, you know, express yourself, as they would say. Express yourself. You know what I'm saying. Let's go to the comments. Someone literally put the Minecraft in there. Tough. Maybe some people like it. I'm not a big fan, but you know, maybe it is tough these days. I don't know. That's funny. Someone said, I don't get why I see people say smile, it's free, when not smiling is also free and doesn't require effort. You know what? Some people just don't want to smile, okay? I personally think the happiness is the better way to go. And that positivity, fun fact, if you smile, it will actually make you happier. It will physically induce the dopamine and the centers in your brain to actually tell your body to be happy. So I would very much rather you be smiling than frowning all the time, personally. Someone say, yeah, get it, girl. You know what? I guess. Get it, girl. But you know what? In the end, you know, I would say you do you, boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? Will this hurt her teeth? No. It's just some enamel tooth polish. Probably not gonna, it just wipes right off. So if you like red teeth, go on and have your red teeth. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, I don't think she cares what I think. You know what's scarier than taking your own braces off? Breaking your teeth when you take them off. That's right, you guys tagged me and said this crazy video was about to happen. Let's go ahead and watch it. All right, throw it back to the time I snapped my tooth trying to remove my braces. This is what I tell you guys, don't remove your own braces.
Oh my gosh, got your stupid ass. Got your stupid ass so badly.
Oh, well that was rude. I'm not gonna lie, he did kind of get me with that little trick, you know, where you're like, I'm gonna break my nose. Oh, you guys never did that? Come on, tell me you guys did that in elementary school. But even though my man did not break his tooth in half, I actually have seen people hurt and harm and take their enamel off by trying to pop off their brackets, especially with this whole spoon trend going on. You know what I'm talking about. Another question is, where did he get the actual braces pliers to remove his own braces? That's kind of wild anyways. But to be honest, don't do this, guys. I've been talking to you guys about it. It's a really serious thing because you can actually break the tooth off. You can literally break the tooth off in half if you're prying on it too much. And, you know, not to mention all the other bad things that have happened. This is a trend that's been going on recently, and I'm happy that this guy is actually kind of, you know, I would say he's sticking up for me a little bit. He's like, I got you. You didn't think I was gonna actually rip off my braces. I'm not stupid. But I was gonna say, you guys tagged me and said he broke his tooth. I was like, I swear, if we've gone to the point that people are actually physically damaging their teeth now, I'm gonna get on ABC Good Morning America. We're gonna talk about this. Let's see what the comments have to say. Surely they've got my back. He said, had me stressing for what? That was me too. I was about to throw hands. I was about to come in there like, I'm about to take these people out, taking their braces off, telling people it's cool. It's not cool. Oh my gosh, literally said, I can literally see the dentist guy coming, and he said, tag him. That's right. Well, you did get me. He did get me. I'm not gonna lie on this one. He did get me, but I'm glad that he got me because I would rather him get me than actually rip his braces off, because that would be a terrible idea. All right, now I got tagged in this picture of an x-ray, and it is a gnarly one. This guy said literally, dear dentist, how cooked am I? And we're gonna actually take a look at it. And so let's go ahead and see what it says. You guys tagged me in this extra, said, dear dentist, how cooked am I? Well, let's see how cooked you are. Definitely cooked, brother. He got the double lay down special over here. So actually, if you're looking at this, what you were looking at, we have these things called impacted molars. You know what I'm saying? You've got 3 molars, fun fact. We got a first molar that comes in at 6 years old. We got a second molar that comes in at 12 years old. And we got a third molar that comes in around 18 years old. See, they're about 6 years apart from there. And normally we see the third molars can get what's called impacted. Okay, now the impacted can be just stuck a little bit, or it can be laying down completely on the side like this one does. But this man's got something even crazier. He got the double lay down. He actually has a second and third molar that have been impacted, which is really, really rare. And the third molar is even scarier because that thing laying over that little canal that you see that sits right on top of it, that's your inferior alveolar nerve. And that's actually a nerve that runs through here. And if you take that tooth out, that molar out at the bottom, then you're probably going to damage that nerve and probably lose all the sensory of this side of your face. So it'd be like this whole side of your face is just numb all the time. Not a good idea. So is he cooked? Yeah, he's pretty cooked, because normally you would pull one of the teeth and then you would upright the other, like that one sitting on top, you could kind of upright it. But the problem is there's no room underneath it now because there's another molar underneath it. So my guess is he's gonna have to get them both out, because you gotta get the top one to get to the bottom one. And even then, he may never even get that bottom one out, because the dentist is probably gonna say, hey, that's attached to your nerve, that's too dangerous, we don't really wanna go there. So they'll probably take out the top one and then leave the bottom one completely, and then because they're afraid that the nerves are going wrong. That's a gnarly looking one right there. That's cursed for show. Let's look at the comments. Dr. Sable, that's funny. She literally came and she was like, not cooked, meaning yes, you're cooked. You're pretty cooked. He said, not seeing your dentist driving his new Lamborghini with your money. You know, fun fact, actually, extractions are not that much money. We don't get a ton of money, although these are wisdom teeth extractions. You're probably gonna have to go to an oral surgeon. And yes, those oral surgeons do make the moolah pulling out your teeth. Your dentist, when he sees that x-ray, you know, I wish I could pull teeth still. I can't do that. Fun fact, when you're an orthodontist, you can't do general dentistry anymore. I can't do fillings, I can't do crowns, I can't do veneers, I can't do anything like that because I decided to specialize in orthodontics. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever. I'm just mad because I can't make money pulling teeth these days either. Ooh, we got another dentist here. I don't think extracting the bottom tooth is a smart idea, as it is laying on your mandibular nerve. The one above it shouldn't be too hard to extract. Good luck. And then right underneath it, we had a dentistry student here. What the hell? And that's exactly what I would say too, is I think you can take the top one out. The bottom one is probably gonna stay there because that nerve issue that's going on. Either way, crazy case. All right, this next one is a crazy case of braces that you guys tagged me and I said, what the heck's is going on here? I'll just show you. I'll show you. When you're at this point in your, oh my gosh, we got steel ties going out everywhere. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's like a freaking, it's like a cat almost. So what you're looking at here is steel ties. And the caption is, if you know, you know. Well, I hope you don't know, because this is a very old school approach. It happens in the traditional side of braces, which you look at her braces there, she's got the old school braces with the silver ties. So basically what it looks like, let me see if we can actually see the wires up close here. Normally I would think that maybe this is in the point of the treatment where we do TMA bends, is where we make all these little bends in the wire to actually straighten out your teeth. And sometimes in these old school brackets, they can't really hold on to your tooth very well. So they use these extra steel ties to lock everything down to get the maximum amount of pressure on everything. The problem with that is it causes a lot of friction in the system and causes a lot of unwanted movements that we don't have. Now, luckily for you guys, we have brackets that are self-ligating passive brackets now, which use a little door system instead of the O-tie. And so you don't have to do steel ties, you don't have to do the metal bands, you don't have to do all this crazy old school stuff. It's actually wild to me that orthodontists still practice like this and put their patients through this. I mean, she had to sit there and have every single tooth steel tied like that. That's crazy. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of effort. It's painful. It's just not my favorite. Let's see if there's any hints in the comments of what's going on. Let's see if anybody's talked about it. Someone said changing out guitar strings. Exactly. Now, I mean, every now and then, if you have one tooth that just can't sit in there, if a bracket breaks or if a door pops off or something like that, you can use a steel tie to tie things down. But there should never be like every single patient of yours is going through this and every single patient is getting all of them doing. Someone said, I don't remember doing that. That's because you shouldn't. Most people should not be doing this, and if your orthodontist does this on every patient, I would go to a new orthodontist. I'm not gonna lie, because this is just very old school. You know, it's kind of like using the old school brick Nokia phones when you have access to, you know, an iPhone 16 Pro Max or something like that. It just doesn't make any sense. And someone said, I had braces for 3 years, got them off last month, never happened to me. She said, lucky you. And someone said, this is the right technique for MBT, which if you guys don't know is a type of prescription of the bracket. It's the style of the bracket. Like I said, you don't need this anymore. Go to somebody that does passive self-ligation. Damon is probably the biggest one on the market. If you see that they use Damon, that's a good sign that they're probably not gonna take teeth out on you. They're gonna do things at the maximal way for your body, and you're not gonna have to go through all this crazy stuff anymore. So that's my personally. Now, will it work and will it get you through to the end? Yes, it will. Just like that Nokia brick cell phone can still call your grandmother. There's just easier ways. And just like that, we got through all those curse videos. Lickety split, didn't we? And hopefully you learned something along the way too. If you're gonna see something popping up here and here, that's probably because you should actually follow me and watch another video, because the YouTube algorithm thinks that you should do those things. And YouTube algorithm is very smart, so you should probably listen to it. All right, I'm gonna see you in the next video next week, and we'll keep on learning. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you next time. Peace.